What them say? Yo. Cut off that. We're live. Cut off, we're live.
Yo.
Chop Shop Podcast, Chop.Entertainment. Live and direct. You understand? Big up my partner, Gruesome Twosome. You know what's going on. Chop.Entertainment. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All them things there. All of these things, guys. The new thing, Chop.Entertainment. If you ain't been there before, you know what to do. We locked and loaded. Big up all of the crew. Big up me and you, because it's our thing.
Full house today as well.
All right, then. Hey, what now? Big up SanMan. Yeah?
Don't know. Come on.
SannyMonsta.
Come on.
SM.
Come on.
Yeah?
Don't know.
You know what's going on.
You see me?
Yeah? Birmingham streets know what's going on right now.
Come on, fam.
This one's epic. This one's epic. Yeah? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the entertainment. You know what's going on. Yeah?
Don't know.
All right, then.
So go on, man, son.
So what go on, my G?
Damn,
Man's
man.
glad to be here. You get me?
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
man's been sitting down in prison,
Yeah.
hearing about the chop shop, saying, "Yo, man can't wait till I touch road, you know, because man want land on the chop shop. You see what I'm saying, fam? As soon as man's got the green light, blood, you don't know if man's here, innit? Come on, bruv.
Yeah. It was on the list. You get me?
You see me?
You see that board there? We
Yeah.
got a board. You get me?
Come
and
on.
obviously your name's on there. You get me? Was hoping we're gonna make the call and see what can happen. You get
We're
what I'm
here,
trying to
blood.
say?
You understand?
Because you know what it is. People have a stigma that man can't link with certain man from certain ends, and the thing ain't like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
Of
So
course, bruv.
you're showing the unity with what
Yeah,
we
of
do.
course. Come on,
You get what
brother.
I'm
You
trying to say?
understand? And we're done with the foolish thing, car.
right,
you don't know we're big people
There
now.
you
and-
go. Zilla asked me the question when we was outside.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say go.
Yeah.
You get me? But yeah, man. So I'll go on, man.
Boy, I'm here, you know, good after being in jail for like 14 years and that. Come out now. The world's changed. You see what I'm saying? fam?
Whoa. Just slow down, homie.
Come on.
Slow
The
down,
whole
Come on.
journey.
When you say rewind,
Rewind, obviously.
pull up the tune.
You understand?
Come on, fam. You
Pull
don't
up
know.
that,
Come
dog.
on. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need to take it back because
Yeah.
for those that don't know, you need to paint the scene.
Nah, I get ya. I
Yeah.
hear
You know
ya.
what I
Hear ya. Real
So,
talk.
SanMan is from where?
I'm from Handsworth, B21.
All right, so let's get it straight now.
Yeah.
Because when I did phone up my cousins down, I said, yo, give me the little quick rundown on SanMan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like he's a burger, junior burger, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
You get me? Look,
But he's one of the cool ones.
yeah, like he said that as well.
Okay.
Honey Monsters, his people. And he just gave me a brief rundown like that's all right, safe. That's all I need. So
Yeah,
it's
so
a big thing, you know.
of course, I hear what you're saying from you, understand? And obviously, I don't forget where I come from, you understand? And I don't forget my people, then. But like I said earlier, we're big people now, innit? Obviously, man grow up in them thing there. We are who we are. Everyone knows the thing. You see what I'm saying, fam? But as you grow older and you got kids and them thing there, man need to focus on that and not the negative shit. You see what I'm saying, fam? So, man's not interested in the bullshit. You understand? I've been there, I've done it. I've wore the t-shirt, I've even served the time for it. You see what I'm saying, fam? Man's back on the roadside now. And that's what it is now. Man's on a family thing. And man's doing his thing, and you understand?
How did it start then? Take us back now
Yeah,
to
so
them days there.
Early days,
and
the SanMan days.
Early days, Handsworth, me growing up. Yeah, obviously, I was born 1980, you see what I'm saying? And obviously, when I was growing up in Handsworth and that, obviously, I grew up around, like, reggae artists and that. Like, my mum, when she was alive and them thing there, she used to sing with Still
in
Post.
peace, mommy.
Rest
Yeah,
in peace.
R.I.P.
Have a
You get
sip
me?
for
Come
mommy.
on.
You need to pour up your little new drink there, you know.
Come
Don't even try that.
Yeah,
don't try
come
that
on, man,
one.
that's the drink up for mommy. You see what
Yeah,
I'm
of
saying?
course.
Man,
Big up, what was it?
Yeah, but
Yeah, send over that dog.
yeah, man. But my mum sang with many different bands, not just Still Post, Cornerstone, Black Symbol, R.I.P. to Fat Man as well. You see what I'm saying? The Rhino family and that. You see what I'm saying, fam? So while I was growing up, I grew up in studios as a youth. Obviously, my mum, she represented that, the Rasta thing, you see what I'm saying? Even my dad was Rasta and that as well. So I basically grew up around that shit, around that, the Rasta vibes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when I'm in the yard, big cloud of smoke of ganja, reggae music's
Open up the
thumping.
youth man lungs. That's
see what I'm
you know
saying, fam?
there, Joe.
Beer Blood Clot Roots music is thumping. Dennis Brown, Bob Marley, Beer Tune, Gregory Isaac, you name it. All the tunes that the sounds play. man grew up around that shit. But obviously, when they went around now, and I'm watching TV and them things, they're growing up. Man's trying to do body popping. I don't know if all the man remember Turbo and them man there. You see what I'm saying,
Body
fam?
popping.
Man's body popping in the yard and that, trying to skid out his jeans and one bag of idiot thing. You get me, fam? But then obviously, man ended up listening to people like MC Hammer and all them geezers and that. And then man was listening to loads of Bashment as well. Like man used to love listening to Beanie Man, Bound to Kill and Mad Cobra. Man grew up around that shit until even in school we ended up in a Youth Man sound. Obviously, I don't know for those who don't know about Mention Movements, I was in that sound. You see what I'm saying?
What was your role?
And many other sounds and that. So how we began in school and that, obviously, big up man like Wiley and them man there.
Big up Wiley.
You see what I'm saying?
Wiley's Jew, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wiley's gonna kill me.
So it's
Wiley, you Jew. I
You
know.
understand, fam? Man, I'm sending the props out there for Wiley
Wiley's
because
Jew.
Wiley come to me while I was in school and said, "Yo, right now, they're having like a sound clash thing in Whitson Green and that." You see what I'm saying? So I said, all right, then don't say a word, man's going to be there. But at the time, I wasn't Mention Movement, so I was a different sound called Silver Bullet. You understand? So man's gone there to play a Silver Bullet. But I'll be real with you, man never had a clue what I was doing, fam. You see what I'm saying, fam? Obviously, I teethed my cousin's records and that, and I said, I'm going to play sound. You see what I'm saying, fam? I've gone there now. As I've gone there to go clash the other sounds and that, man like Tyrone Melody, big up Tyrone. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, them man there just had all the tunes, they knew what they was doing. I never even had a clue how to even mix or nothing. I just knew how to put on the records. You see what I'm saying? Back then, I don't know if you know about the turntables back then. You understand? Back then it was different. So as I'm playing now, obviously Tyrone's dealing with man away in the dance.
Wicked
and I'm saying to myself, yo, Dan. And I'm dealing with man like that, fam. And then obviously my cousin who was in there, cause he said to me before I started to play and that, my cousin Isaiah, R.I.P., rest in peace. My man said, he goes, don't flap me, you know, cause my little cousin don't flap in that rare. But obviously I've just gone outside, come back in and play the same tune that Tyrone just played. Straight away the crowd started booming. I said, oh my days, like, what have I got myself into? You see what I'm saying, bro? I said, I never signed up for this. You see what I'm saying, fam? So after that now, when everyone's booing me and that, I'm saying, this is a dickhead thing, this music thing ain't for me and that. You get me, fam? Yeah? Luckily, my brethrens, Dingel and all them, they've come into the dance. Them time, they was already Mention Movements. Obviously, I used to go to school with Dingel. So as soon as Dingel's coming there, he goes, you're mad, you think you're dealing with my brethren like that? Them time that I went called SanMan, I was just called Martin, you get me? So man said, yo, Martin, you're mad. They ain't gonna deal with you like that, blood. You're mad, bruv. You get me, bruv? Dingel just grabbed the mic and said, yo. And then it was a big sound clash. From that day, I was Mention Movements. You see what I'm saying, bruv? And then obviously, we started playing like different Youth Man sounds and Winston Green community centres and Summerfield and house parties and life was good, blood. We used to go to the dance. There wasn't none of this gang bullshit. It was everyone when we was young growing up and that, bruv. It was a unity and everybody was good. Yeah,
them times there when you was going to the dances when you was mentioned sound, it was all.
Yeah, there's loads of people from
both sides was going
all different areas. Everyone was there in the dance, blood. Like it weren't like how it is, how it got. It's not like that now. Let's be real. You get me? But obviously back then, it weren't like that neither. You see what I'm saying? I probably missed the little error in that, but it weren't like that, bruv.
So when did your I don't want to say badness or anything, but when did you from music enter
so
the road kind of thing?
So like I said in it, like man was into the sound business, everything was all good, everything was hunky dory. You see what I'm saying? And obviously I've gone to one little shubby in back in the day and that. You see what I'm saying? So my cousin got killed. So my cousin got killed because he stepped on someone's toe. He got shot dead outside the club.
In Brum and
that at Plaza. So obviously when my cousin got killed now, obviously from that I hated Bashment. I didn't even want to hear Bashment no more. I said, fuck Bashment music. You see what I'm saying? Straight away I've gone into drum and bass, fam. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I got into drum and bass. Because I gone to Institute. And that was it, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? I didn't even want to see the yarders again. You see what I'm saying, bruv? But then, obviously, once I started listening to the drum and bass now, like I heard Mickey Finn play, and he must have had a dub plate with Bassman. So when I've heard the tune, like, Mickey Finn, Mickey, Pussy Clark Finn, I said, yo, the fuck's this done? Yo! And then when the tune dropped, 95 rinse out. That was it, bruv. It was a mad thing, bruv. You see what I'm saying, fam? The whole place went mad, bruv. You see what I'm saying? So then, obviously, after that now, I'm saying, yo, man's into this drum and bass thing, so I'm going to peer drum and bass raves now these times. You see what I'm saying? Then obviously, as time's gone on and them thing there now, I started listening to like Skibbity and Shabba from London. Them man, they were different kind of thing to like how the Brum MCs was. So I'm saying, yo, I want to be like my man Skibbity. My man's sick. You see what I'm saying? So one day I've gone to a dance called Supremes and that in West Bromwich. And them time there, you had man like Monster performing. Big up man like Monster, you don't know. Come on.
Big up Monster.
You understand? So my man's performing in Supremes, tearing down the whole place, and MC Trigger. Them time the man was a big Trigger fan and Bassman fan as well. Yes. So then when the man are tearing down the thing, I'm saying, yo, I need to touch the mic, you know, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So I just looked at Monster like, yo, bruv, man, when I touch the mic, you get me? Obviously, as soon as I touch the mic now, because I've been listening to Skibbity, man's been practicing. As soon as man started practicing now, blood, I touched the mic, blood. I remember spitting, from the start of the tune to the end of the record, blood, non-stop. Everyone was just looking at me, thinking, raw. From that was like, everyone started knowing about, yo, SannyMonsta. And then from there, Tyrone and them, Turner, Wiley, everyone started getting me for radio stations. And then I was on Passion FM. I was on, what's the other one called? Sting FM. I was on radio and that. Then I started performing in dances, raves, everything. And then...
you're getting paid good money.
So I went One Nation. So then when I went One Nation...
When you're doing all these performances, when you're doing all these MCs and that in the club, in the streets, are you still like, is it burger bar time in the streets?
It was burger bar times at the time because obviously back then, you get me, everybody's protected, blood. You see what I'm saying, bro? Every single man's protected, fam. You understand, fam? So Shadow Demon times that was, you know, bro. You see what I'm saying, fam? So every single blood clot man's protected to the T. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it was back then.
How much man was rolling out to these
back to the Pierre, man, bro. There's an army of man, bro, everywhere, coming from everywhere. Because back then, it weren't just one little spot. It was like Winston Green, Ladywood, all the communities. We was all linked into one, bro. So when we're out there, bro, performing on the drum and bass and that, bro, it was a bag of man who was out. You understand? Hockley, everybody, bro. Everybody was together. You see what I'm saying, bro? And man was just MCing everywhere. And when I went One Nation, I've gone up there, you know, them time the Skibbity and Shabba, the man them who I looked up to. Imagine, I've gone up there and I've performed with MC Skibbity and MC Shabba at 1996.
Is Skibbity rest in peace?
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Drink up them pussy clap. You might have to bust the champers for that.
You understand?
Bust up the champers, innit?
Champers.
You bust the champers for that one there.
Yo, we are driving now.
It no matter. You bust the champers for that one there, you know. Because you went to One Nation and you did perform in front of
MC Skibbity, MC Det,
and Skibbity is who you was listening to, training. Who I don't want to say who got you where you was and that, but he was
inspiration,
a crucial. That's the one. Inspiration.
Yeah, come on.
Bust up the buckle, dog. How you mean? All right then. So you went to One Nation.
Yeah, so I went to One Nation in them thing there, and obviously man's gone and I've performed in that at One Nation. I tore the whole rave up. You understand? But the promoter, he didn't know who the hell I was. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Bust this thing down. Man's been in jail too long. He bust that thing down.
You ain't even touch it. You don't even touch it.
Brother, trust me, bro. You bust the thing down. You hit me? Yo, a long time we had to do this thing. Yo, give me back the champagne. You know what I'm saying? But yo, trust me, fam. I saw we bust that thing. Boom! A long time we had to do this thing. You see what I'm saying, fam? But yo, but trust me, brother. Man's tore down the whole fucking rave and that, bro. You see what I'm saying? But the producer, he didn't even know who man was. So obviously, my man was moving all mad in that case, thinking, yo, my man's not on the bill. He's gone up there and he's bullied up all the man them on the stage and that, but it wasn't even like that. I was just with a young youth at the time and I just wanted to get out there, you get me? But obviously, Skibbity, he was bigging man up saying, yo, mad thing. And years later, it's funny because I booked MC Skibbity in Amsterdam and that. And obviously, me and him performed over there as well, back to back, bro, mad thing. You see what I'm saying?
So forgive me, you know, big man, forgive me, you know. Because the drum and bass ain't my scene. Big up my cousin Chicken and that, cause he will mash up you might have bucked him on the scene and that, you know, you must do. And then you might have bucked him.
Yeah.
Big up my cousin Chicken, cause he will mash up a drum and bass rhythm. So you mean to tell me, you're big in the drum and bass world?
I was until.
No, I mean, you know, you was.
I was at the time.
You was doing your thing.
Once upon a time, in the early 90s, everybody knew about SanMan. Yeah, so I'm saying, if it's from Brum, you know about man, innit? Obviously, we performed Bristol, everywhere, bro.
So,
man was out there, innit? Nottingham, everywhere.
That's what I'm saying now. So, when I heard about the burger bar thing, I never heard about the music thing.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Now, I heard about
I never heard about the music thing.
Drum and bass.
So that lets me know you was part of the music faction. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I was an MC, bro.
Yeah, but like you're repping Burger Bar, but are you more on the music side of things?
Yeah.
Music,
Yeah.
or are you on the streets and doing everything?
I was doing both, innit?
Okay.
You understand? But at the time, when I first started, then obviously it was a music thing to begin with. You get me? Now, obviously, I got roped up into the fuckery.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Did you get drawn in?
I got dragged into the fuckery, and then,
You say dragged in,
and then obviously I got dragged into the fucker. Obviously I was defending the ends and that, bruv. Come on, bruv. I love Handsworth, innit? So obviously, man got dragged into the fuckery, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Talk to me about a dragging. How do you get dragged in?
How do you get dragged in?
Yeah.
By your mindset, brother. So if your mind, bruv, is just what you believe, too much foolish pride, you're gonna get dragged into fuckery.
And
but you're not
also
standing
the
for
mandem
nothing.
are your people anyway.
Man them are man's people, and obviously I've got the man them. So obviously, and if it's going with the man them, I'm gonna defend the man them. You see what I'm saying, fam? So
100%.
man got dragged into the bullshit, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? But like I said in it, it's not about that. You understand? It's not about the gang thing. Man ain't promoting the gang thing. Man's promoting the youth them not to even join no gangs.
So that was but they gotta know the story as to why not to. So that was the first. Was this the first time now where you was defending the ends?
Yeah, I was defending the ends and that. You see what I'm saying, fam? I ain't gonna say too much because
we don't need to say too much.
Feds are outside the station and outside the studio and all that. You get me? I ain't going back. You see what I'm saying?
This was the first time because I was told there was 2 different times that you done. The first time defending the ends. That's how I leave it. Your charge was defending the ends. Cool. You got a 10 for that? Was it?
Yes, I got 10 years in that. Yeah, went to jail for a long time.
Was that your first?
Was
that your first time in jail?
Nah, that was my second time. First time I was for driving and that.
So
obviously, I was driving the hotters and that. And them time the man never had no license and that. This is why you them get your license because it's that idiot thing blowing chase, Batman. You get me? When you got your license, you understand?
Nice.
You feel more comfortable. You're nice.
Cool.
When you got no license and that, bruv. You're just driving around like a madman. You're gonna blow chase, and you're not stopping for the jakes anyway. Because back then it was a mad thing. You see what I'm saying, fam?
So that was the first. That driving sentence was a couple months.
Yeah. So
and this is the bigger sentence.
Yeah. So when I got bigger sentence now, firearms, armed robbery, slappings, one bag of mad thing, bruv. So when I've gone away for that,
that's not defending the ends.
That's not defending the ends, but at the same time, no, but at the same time, no, what I'm saying to you, I got obviously I'm not gonna go into
I'm guessing.
but at the same time, and that man went away for. I was accused of a lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying, fam? From the ends,
or the second time?
The first time.
First time, yeah.
I went away for shootings the first time, and obviously I only got convicted for robberies and firearms. That's what I went to jail for. That's what I was convicted for.
Okay.
But the other offences that I was allegedly accused of, obviously I was charging it.
Safe. So this time now, robberies and armed robberies and all firearms. We land in jail. We land in Winson Green.
It is the first time. No, the first time I was started in Brentford. You know.
No, not for the driving. For this one.
Driving,
big one.
the second one. You
The
mean?
second one.
So the second one, I still was in Brunei. I went Brunei.
Okay.
Okay, safe. So you're in Brinny. It must be wild in there.
Yeah.
SanMan.
Yeah.
Gang stuff in there. So how you operating for your first few like?
Obviously, it is what it is. I'm in there. Enough of my friends was that in there, innit? So obviously, we got the jail locked in it. We're nice, innit?
So you got a 10 your second time?
Yeah, second time I got a 10.
Yeah. How did you feel getting that sentence?
That
like
10 and that. Obviously, I was young in it and hyper, so 10 years, it didn't faze me at the time. The only thing that pissed me off was obviously I just had a baby and that. Obviously, my daughter was young at the time, just born. That was the only thing that pissed me off. And obviously, besides that, bro, if I was good, I've gone to jail and that. Man was still on a hype thing, cause obviously my mindset was different, innit?
Yeah. So you're going through the system, Brinny, through the system. Furthermore, like, what was you operate at? Like, is it hyper in there? You ready to fight? Are you in the big canteen?
You know what?
cool?
Yeah, I'll be real with you, bruv. Like, I just wanted to do my time and go home, bruv.
Yeah.
Man, we're on the bad man thing, but if it come to it, man was on it, innit? But
So
man, we're
that
interested in
sounds like the adult phase, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the YOs,
Yeah.
you must have been on some type of fuckery.
Yeah, but it was on peer fuckery and that. But
Alright,
like
then.
I said
You have good
earlier,
size on you then as well.
now I was liquid. Then I got big while I was in the jail. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you went through the system.
Yeah.
You left Brinny and went to
Winston Green.
Vincent Green.
Yeah.
So you're in Vincent Green. You left Vincent Green. That's the local for you. So you're getting visits. You might be getting little parcels. All these other things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You left Vincent Green to go where?
Yeah.
Where you going?
So from Winston Green, I ended up in a jail called Rye Hill,
Right Hill.
private prison,
Yeah, I know Right Hill. Right Hill safe. And then from Right Hill,
Ashwell prison,
Ashwell,
and then from Ashwell to Sudbury.
Sudbury, DCAT.
That was
Big
a
up
DCAT.
Sudbury, Nosy Rosie and them.
Yeah, you understand?
I don't know what's
Come on,
going on.
fam.
Come on, cuz.
Man said Nosy
Yeah,
Rosie,
Come
no.
on, bro.
Yeah.
Is she legendary down there as well? Probably
Yeah,
when
she-
you
she-
was
she-
there
she-
as
she
well,
was
the old
talking
man
about,
there.
Listen,
There's
now
an old man there.
you on about O'Brien?
There you go. Them man are standing in the bushes with the glasses
Come on,
and
bro,
the...
with the torch.
All right, then man think I don't know what's going on in the there.
Nah, he's right. He's
Thank
right.
you,
But
thank
obviously, when I got to DCAT, man was nice. Cause obviously, man got a job, and obviously, I was working for Rolls Royce.
Okay.
Aeroplane engines.
What?
Yeah, I was on a different thing there, brother. You see what I'm saying? So
So you gone through the system, though.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. You gone through the system.
Yeah.
DCAT, coming home every month and home leaves and that.
yeah,
Safe. Job.
yeah, I was working.
So everything's
nice.
nice.
Yeah, it was good.
But
Yeah.
what is your mindset like at the time? Everything's
When
good.
to
Now
come
looking
home.
back on it,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying it was good.
Yeah.
But you touched the road
Yeah.
and what was the protocol?
I tried to keep the job when I got released and that, but obviously they wouldn't allow me to keep the job.
Yeah.
So because I couldn't keep the job, obviously I've gone back to the ends. I got a job with Land Rover.
Yeah.
So I was working for Land Rover for a bit, doing forklift driving and that.
Yeah.
I was nice doing the forklift
What
thing.
year is this around?
When I come out in 2006.
Okay, cool.
So then obviously when I'm there working now, ending of 2006 as well. So then when I've come out now working, I'm thinking, yeah, man's trying to rebuild my life and that.
No
Contract time
street
come up.
stuff.
Nah, no
like-
street stuff. I wasn't interested in the street stuff. I just wanted to live my life, bro. Like I told you, I left my youth when she was born, and then when I've come out, I'm trying to fix up
Catch up
and be a father. You see what I'm saying? So I was kind of like halfway there at the time, but then Land Rover laid me off. But like I said earlier about mindset, because my mindset for when they've laid me off from Land Rover, I thought, fuck this, I'm going back to the road because I can't get no jobs nowhere else. I tried to get into Jaguar, they wouldn't accept me, so I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going back to the road. It is what it is.
So when you're talking road, is this more like, obviously there's beer trays on the road, the drug dealing, the robberies?
Yeah,
You get
slanging
me?
in it, back on the road, hustling, trying to obviously survive in that. You understand? As the youths then would say nowadays, yo, trapping blood. But yeah, man was doing what he was doing. You see what I'm saying? But obviously back then you had to do what you had to do to survive in it. So obviously a man was doing that.
You hit the road.
Yeah, hit the road.
You hit the road. And what?
And then before you know it, bruv, you're back on the bullshit. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So then I got roped back into the bullshit again, and then obviously it is what it is. You get me?
But you looking back on that now, then you know
Yeah.
when you say you got roped into the bullshit, would
Yeah.
you say it was easy for you to get roped into, or like?
I say I allowed myself to
Yeah,
get roped back
you
in.
get me?
I wasn't forced to get roped into nothing. Nobody can't force me to
Was
do
you
nothing.
like out your bridging the only one that was kind
Yeah.
of working?
I was at the time when I was working. Nah, there was other men working as well. But obviously, I was working doing my thing. You see me? Then obviously, I wrote myself back into the bullshit because that's what man know, innit? You see what I'm saying? So when I've, like I said, my mindset, I've got back into the bullshit, back on the road doing my thing, and then I said to myself, what the fuck am I doing? After a while, because I'm saying, yo, man's back on the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So then I've had to stop and say to myself, I need to change things. You see what I'm saying? So then I managed to get a club in Broad Street, Midnight Lounge. We got the Midnight Lounge, man, them you don't know. Yeah, that was on Broad Street. And I had a thing called Party Thursdays, me and Rhino, every week without fail. Every Thursday without fail. Everyone knows about Party Thursdays back then. You understand? So I started getting to the dance scene then. Them time we start keep peer baseline dances. We got Club Mint. We had Dragon Night. We had peer different clubs. Them times it was called Bougie Room. So I started keeping peer dances and them thing there. You see what I'm saying? But it started from my birthday. So I had a big dance on my birthday. And then that was it, bruv.
I remember there was a big baseline dance at the works back in the day. Was that you man's thing?
Probably. Could have been.
Masters a baseline or something.
Oh, when I performed, yeah. So
yeah.
basically, when I used to have Midnight Lounge doing my thing, you had Jeezy
Yeah.
tearing down the place and MTX.
Yeah.
You had EJ, you had Apostle, DJ Apostle, even Heartless Crew come down and perform one time. Big up man like Bushkin, you don't know. You see what I'm saying? So
front of the show.
obviously I was doing my thing in it. My dances was running, things was nice. I was trying to go legit again. But same time, man was kind of half in and half out. And sometimes when you're half in and half out, you're getting dragged back into the bullshit again. Or drag yourself back into the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what's happened. You understand? Then man started moving mad on the road, and then obviously I got locked up for a contract shooting. You see what I'm saying? Then obviously that's what I got the big sentence for, where I was just behind bars for 14 years.
You can't say contract shooting like that though. Like sometimes
like alleged. Sorry. Like, yeah.
Some.
So what's a contract shooting, like a hit?
Yeah. So they're trying to. This is what the alleged allegation was, that obviously we were paid money to shoot someone in it, but it was one load of bullshit still. You get me? But I've served the time, so I'm only talking about what I've been convicted for. You understand? So it's no made up stories.
Our research team told us it was a security van thing.
Security van. Yeah. You know the media, they like to chat shit. yeah.
So you got what for that now?
Yeah. So I got 10 years IPP for that. But obviously the judge did say 21 years IPP. 21 years IPP said in court. Even I never understand it.
How did you feel at that time when you got the 21 IPP?
Well, back in the day when I got the big bird, I never give a shit. When I got that bird and that, bruv, that one was different, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? That one was like, yo, we need to check back with the judge and he's saying a mistake in that. You see what I'm saying, bruv? Yeah.
You need to check back in with the judge.
That one there, bruv, that one kind of rock man still differently. You see what I'm saying, bruv?
Yeah.
So that one, like, obviously, and I never went to none of them little dickhead jails like what I went to. I ended up going to ACAT, you get me? So when I've gone to disperser now, them jails, they are not no joke. You see what I'm saying?
So you're sitting in jail now, like, pissed really, because you had things going on. The club was, you was doing it booming. Like, you're sitting in there thinking, bro, like, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it's my fault.
Of course. Yeah.
You get me? So now, you were in here. What did you get? A 14, you say?
So I ended up doing 14 years behind bars, bruv.
Okay. Because the judge gave you 21 IPP.
The judge said 21, but what it meant was, to your parole, you do 10 years to your parole. Your earliest release can be after 10 years. But I ended up being in jail 14 years.
Okay.
And then I got done for a next alleged shooting.
After that?
So there was two shootings I was locked up for while I was inside. And obviously, that involved someone getting shot and some robbery stuff. That's why the media probably got it wrong about security core things, what you were saying. But it was nothing to do with them things. I got roped into that bullshit as well, the alleged thing. But I served my time, man's out now. You see what I'm saying, bruv?
So when you're in jail, like, I've known man that's been jails that you've been in.
Yeah.
Man are saying that, yo, you're making a lot of the decisions in the jail.
Yeah, I had the place on lock, bro. Straight.
I heard you're awkward legend.
We had awkward lock. We got man like Mason, you don't know. We got man like Ben and Linville. Yeah, we had it locked in there, bro. You see what I'm saying, bro?
How did you just manage to get it unlocked?
So basically, when I got to Oakwood was a shithole, private prison. They never had no good like microwaves or nothing. It was just dead. There was a riot there just before I got there. They was calling it Jokewood, and I got there just after that. So I didn't even want to stay there when I got there. I was like, yo, send me back to dispersal or something. I don't want to stay in this jail. This jail some dickhead thing. And then obviously, one of the govs in there said, listen, nah, man, just chill, man. I'm going to try to get you onto our long-term wing, blah, blah, blah. So then when I got there now, I got onto the long-termers wing. It was a bit different. It was a bit laid back. There's people doing big sentences like myself and that. I never had a release date. I never knew when I was going home. So even though I was there nice in a cat C at the time, I didn't know when I was going home. So when I was with the long-term lifers and things like that, it made my sentence a bit more easier, you get me? So then I said to myself, like, man, need to do something in this year. This year is dead. When it comes to things like Black History Month, they had nothing in there. So I said, you know what? Man, need to do something. So you had the prison council going on at the time. So I've jumped on the prison council. We had all these different ideas. So I linked up with Ben and Mason. And basically, we just said, you know what, we need to come up with something.
Who's Ben and Mason?
So Mason's my virgin, you understand?
In jail.
He was in jail, but I know Mason's my virgin from school. You get me?
And he was in jail as well.
And he was in jail.
Okay.
And Ben was from London. He was in jail with us.
Black brothers or white
Black
brothers?
brothers still. You get me? Real guys and that. So basically, we talked about, listen, we need to do something for the jail. You get me? Because there was a lot of violence in there. Man are getting mashed up. Certain men from certain different ends are coming there and basically going to the block and all that, bruv. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? Yeah, we need to do something to stop all this bullshit. Because man saying right now, I've reflected in it on my life. You understand? And I reflected from when I was in ACAT. And I've said right now, yeah, this is bullshit, innit? So when I was thinking of all these things, what I need to do in the jail, I had to come up with something in the prison that could basically help everybody. You get me? And we pattern peer, man. And basically, we come up with a project called PACE, which stands for Peace and Community and Engagement. And then obviously, when you land from reception and that, no matter what end you're from, a man will go down there and go and check you and ask where you're from. And you could have a beef, even with my own friends. And I'm saying, listen, all right, then cool. I'll try to do a mediation, squash it. You don't have to be friends, but just walk separate ways, whatever, you get me?
Coexist, innit?
So I kept the violence down in there and that. Obviously, man's growing up now, so I'm saying to myself, yo, this is all bullshit. So we kept down the violence in there, bruv. Yeah, we done a good job. Even certain men who I don't even talk to on road was on the project. And they obviously was talking to their brethren if they come to the jail or whatever. You get me? But we made it work and that. The governor was cool with, man. Big up John McLaughlin. He was an Irishman. He understanded, man. You get me? When we used to talk to him, his security team say, you're mad. Right now, that can't go on. And then I started mentoring more than like 20 schools. Used to come into the prison with the police and all that. So I used to mentor peer kids in the school, in the prison, sorry. And basically, man was nice. You see what I'm saying? It was nice in the jail and that. Anyone coming that who had that mindset of making a difference. We should just basically pattern them up, make them get a job, and try to keep down the violence in the jail. What we done, you get me? Because before, people climbing on railings and them thing there, you know. I said they're not going in until they talk to somebody from PACE. So someone from my team will go out, talk them down, get them off the railings. Even a prisoner and staff who ain't getting on. Prisoners are talking to us like, yo, that fucking screw, blah, 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 and we say, yo, chill, make me go talk to him. And I go talk to the officers in their language and basically say, listen, this man needs help to get his phone numbers on, this, that. I know we might sound a bit hype, but just chill, let us talk to him. So, man's got good mediation skills. Like,
14 years behind the door, big up the one screw who you had your eyes on.
What do you mean by that?
The guy had the woman screw, like, he was like, yeah, that's my homie.
Nah, you know what, bruv? I'll be real with you, bruv. Nah, I'm going to be real with you. Like, it weren't like that, bruv. Like obviously.
Is Miss Crichton still at Sudbury?
Nah, she went there.
She was at
So he said, like, obviously he had 1 and 2 girls what used to come there that looked alright, but they weren't nothing too big and that. You see what I'm saying? So obviously it's mad that man just went years in it with no gal and that, bruv. So it was just some idiot thing. So then when they're coming in and that, man said, all these guys, they don't look good at all. And then next thing you know, you see them put on liquor makeup. You say, yo, you're looking good today, Miss Maisie. Only joking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
man. Miss Maisie.
I'm joking. I'm missing
Going back to PACE, did you ever, was there anyone like you would say, not your ups, but like that come to their jail and you thought, why? I'm going to have to reason with my man or anything like that.
Loads. Yeah, that happened loads of times. There's loads of people that come there, like I said
How
earlier.
do you intro something like that? Like you see someone that you don't really, not get on with, but like you know them from the other side. Like what's
you know what it is, bruv? I'll be real with you. When man was in ACAT and them thing, obviously I'm Muslim and them thing there, innit? You understand? Obviously, I'm not perfect. Obviously, man still practice. I still do things that I shouldn't be doing and stuff a lot. But at the same time, and that I'm trying to be a better person. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So when I was in ACAT with enough people who I don't talk to on the road. And we ended up talking while we was in jail. Because obviously, man are brothers. Man's a brother in them thing there. You see what I'm saying, bruv? Free the man, them the lifers that are doing life and that as well. Because there's peer man lock up doing life that shouldn't even be in jail, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So it's a thing like, when you start talking to men in the jail, man's thinking, okay, if we can get on here, there's no way I'm going to see you on road and be fake and don't talk to you, bruv. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Simple. Like I said before, I ain't interested in the gang shit. The gang shit's bullshit. And I tell all the youths them and that, allow the gang thing. The gang thing's foolish, bruv. You understand? Everybody wants to be on this foolish thing. You understand?
So when obviously you've been on that wave for must be years now.
For
Like,
years,
fuck
bro.
the gang thing,
Yeah.
So when you go back to the ends,
Yeah.
and you present yourself like,
Yeah.
yo, the gang thing's dead.
Yeah.
This long, like,
Yeah.
what's going, like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Have you linked up with Simbo and that, like, because it's the same type of thing,
Yeah.
and that, you get me?
You know what? Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Zimbo's name because Zimbo actually has got a youth for my sister.
Yeah, no.
Zimbo's sister, Zimbo's baby mom is my sister.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
So hold on, because we just
together
opened the
years.
kind
For
of
years, bro. You see what I'm saying? And I got.
never used to hear that back in the day?
So
No.
me and Zimbo are cool, bro. Zimbo's blessed. You see what I'm
back in the
saying,
day,
bro?
then. But back in the day, now,
But he's a different age era to me.
Okay.
When he was with my sister and I was in jail. You see what I'm saying? So I've come out and I've met Zimbo. He's already had a youth for my sister. You see what I'm saying? And obviously Zimbo's a cool. Me and Zimbo's cool.
Big up the
You see what I'm
family,
saying?
yeah.
Big up man
dog.
like Zimbo, you don't
Yeah.
know. But at the same time and that, bro, back then when I've come out and I
you're
still
presenting yourself.
had that mindset and I was like, oh, I said thinking bloody hell. You get me though? But obviously,
be honest.
You know,
Be honest, I want to know.
I know what you're
Back then,
I know what you're gonna ask.
I want to know,
Exit,
what
bro.
did you
Open,
say?
yeah.
What did you say to sis? You must have pulled her aside at some point.
you know what? Yeah,
To say, like,
you see
yo.
my sisters, yeah. As bad as man used to go on the road, when it comes to my sisters and that, bruv, man soft when it comes to his sisters. The amount of love that I got for my sisters, I can't bad up my sisters.
And, and the manners are bull as
yeah,
well.
my sisters bad up me.
Yeah.
I don't bad up my sisters. I love my sisters. You see what I'm saying? So any decision that they make and that, I have to stand by it, whether I like it or not. I have to stand by it and that. You see what I'm saying? So I got love for my sisters and that. So if they make a decision, I have to stand by it, whether I like it or not. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But it is what it is, brother. My man's family now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
It is what it is.
This is why the gang thing's just long.
Yeah, the
You
gang
get
thing.
what I'm
But
trying
it's
to
not
say?
even just that. I've got people from that side anyway that are man's family. You see what I'm saying, fam? But it's
That's the
always
next
been
thing.
that
Bare
way.
people have told me
Yeah.
you're related to everybody.
Yeah, I'm related to probably about 3 men on that over that side. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, big them up, you don't know. But, but at the same time, 21 all the way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Back then, that's how it was, innit?
Yeah,
You see what
yeah,
I'm saying, bro? But
course.
my family's my family. If I see them, I talk to them.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. You see what I'm saying, bro? But like I said, I'm not representing that gang thing.
Yeah.
Man's not on that, innit? Man's man them and man's him, man. Cause it's the journey of being with them man them what's led me to today and made me so wise on what I'm doing and all the men them are moving proper. You see what I'm saying?
So when did you get this wisdom? I'm not saying you never have it before jail, so you're in
You know
jail,
what, yeah?
you're doing pace.
Yeah, my mum died in it when I was in jail, innit? And obviously when my mum died when I was in jail and that, bruv. Because of my past, my gang
get to go to the
bullshit
funeral?
past, I couldn't go to the funeral.
High risk
Because
and
the
them
police have says, I'm gonna go to the funeral and man are coming there to shoot me. What kind of lies is that, bruv?
And you know that.
Brother, when it comes to black people, no matter what beef we've got, well, I don't know about the new generation, but back in my time, we don't shoot at funerals, bruv. We do not shoot
There's a
at
respect
funerals,
level,
bruv.
innit?
We respect the dead. Black people respect the dead, bro, where they used to. Respect the dead, probably not no more, but back then, we used to respect the dead, bruv. No one ain't coming to no funeral to do you fuck all, blood. You see what I'm saying? But obviously, the police and that, they never liked me anyway because my name was always ringing for bullshit on the road. So the minute now I'm in a vulnerable position and I know that my mum, only child for my mum, you know, my dad's got all the kids, but I'm the only fucking child, for my mum, and they turn around at the last minute and says that I can't go to the funeral because of my gang pass, because someone's coming to shoot me. I'm saying, what? You see what I'm saying? They tried to turn me mad, but no. Obviously, I've used that, you understand? A man's on a different thing now.
So do you think that's part of the reason as well why you like the gang
Nah,
things
it's
dead?
it's a part of the reason, but
part,
it's not the full reason.
Yeah, part of
You
it.
understand? It's a part of it. It's my daughter as well, bro. I missed out many years of my daughter's life. My daughter's 24 now, and all that 24 years of her life, I've been in jail, bro.
I was just gonna. I was just gonna ask you that. How long in total?
Yeah,
You just done 14
Yeah.
the last time.
yeah,
The time before that, you don't know what.
yeah. So the time before that, I did like 6 years on the second one, and then this time I done 14 years.
20.
The first one I did like 6 months and that for a driving offence.
So we're gonna say like 20 plus years.
Yeah, so I've done over 20 odd years in prison.
You know what I mean?
You see what I'm saying, bro? I ain't proud of it, bro. It's a waste man thing, bro.
Have a
Before
drink.
the man them on the road,
Yo,
ripping and
pour up the drink. I'm saying
freedom.
pour up the drink and free the dogs.
Free the dogs, bro.
All the jail dogs now. If you're watching this and you see
Yeah.
the dog, bang the rascal out door or do something, dog. Because I
Trust me.
remember too. I don't really like talking about the jailhouse
Brother,
online.
jail's long and that, bro.
Yeah, it's a joke.
There's so much names I want to mention and them thing there. You get
Big
me,
them
bro.
up if you
Big up
want,
the
you
man
know,
there,
dog.
man.
Understand, bro? Yo, free E, man. You get me?
Big them up, dog. It's
Free
your
up.
time.
TT, free up China. You understand? Free them up, blood. Chunks. Free up man like Abs. Free them. You understand? The man them in the can, blood. Free them up and that, bruv. Too much man behind bars and that, bruv. And free up all the man there who I done time with. Free the guys up, bruv. You understand? The man them are sitting down doing bed, bruv. It's long, bruv.
Can we need them on the pod when they touch
understand?
road, you know? If what's that word? You know what I mean, man. Rehabilitated.
Rehabilitate.
Yeah, me if they want to tell their story.
The welcome, man.
Yeah, the more than welcome.
Man, this is why man have to open it up because, like I said, the stigma man have is that man are only for one side. And
Yeah.
You get me, like,
Brother,
ain't
like
that,
I
man.
said earlier, blood, if man are cool with me, I'm cool with them.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying, fam? Yeah.
So let me ask you, sorry, separately, you know. How did that SannyMonsta name come about?
Oh, that was in one of my lyrics. I come out the sand like the SannyMonsta. Yeah, that was in one of my lyrics still. You get me? Obviously, because man was always up and down with Monster and that. You get me? Like, man just said, yo, man has to do a lyric what's got Monster in there. You get me, bro? Because back in them days was mad. You had Mini Monster. And I said, yo, you have to have SannyMonsta as well. I said, fuck this, bro. I'm involved in the monsters, bro. You get me, bro? Trust me, bro. You understand, bro? Come on. Yeah. Come on. But yeah, man, it was good. It was a good lyric. Like I say in it, like obviously, SanMan, my name ain't got no D in it, but obviously it just sounded good at the time. You get me? So obviously to just say come out the sand like the SannyMonsta, you see what I'm saying? But obviously I done the whole dance floor. The dance floor, man. You get me? I don't know how I thought of that on the spot. I was freestyling as well. Yeah. Ripped up the whole place in that.
So when you go to the drum and bass dance these days, you don't feel to that, yo.
Yo, all right. When I was on home leave, ask him what I done. Ask him what I done on home leave.
I'm gonna put the clip in.
Ask him what I done on home leave. Because I ripped up the dance. I was only on home leave. I was only on home leave.
I've been on home leave, keep. I know.
Alright, safe.
I know, Sanny man. Went back to the jail and told everybody, yo.
Yeah.
I just broke up the dance.
Nah, but you know what? I had to do it for Jeezy. I got peer love. Big up man like Jeezy.
Big up
Jeezy.
Big boy DJ. You get me, bro? That's my guy and that. You understand it? Big up man like Fids and that. Trust me, bro. Big them up.
Fids was the link.
Yeah. Fids was the link. You get me? Trust me. But yo, come on, man. It's just mad. I've been through so much in life and them thing there. It's just like my journey, blood. It's just got me on a different wave, different path. So you understand?
When you come out after that 14 now, like you was on, obviously you was doing the talking to the prisoners in the jail.
Yeah. Of course.
And on this last sentence of the 14 now, what decat did you get to? Sudbury again?
So I got to Sudbury and I got kicked out.
Oh, is you fucking around? What happened?
So I've gone to all the good work that I've done in the jail, what I just told you about. Man was nice, innit? Yeah. I got to Sudbury. And I got there in a time when it was like COVID kind of times. Yeah. And basically when I got there and that, bruv, there was like messing about with me getting out on my rotters and them thing there. So man started messing about in there. They found a phone. With
I got the clip.
Oh, come on. Oh, shit.
It's cool, bro. We're going to don't worry.
They found a phone with my picture on there. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, man's in his cell posing in my Versace dressing gown and that, talking to somebody. And basically, I got swaggered out of the jail, bad man. You get me? But I felt like an idiot. I thought, really? I go, was it even worth it even having a mash in the jail? But I said, this is some dickhead business.
I've been decat. I've been Sudbury. Nah, you know it's not worth it. Why?
Brother,
I swear. Stop. Let me take you. I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Them blue phones can phone any number. Am I right?
But they're listening though.
Yeah, but that means you're still on fucker.
Nah, it's not even that. You're on fucker, bro. Because you could be on there talking, and you could be just saying to you could be doing something wrong, and you could say, yo, fix up, man. What you doing? Next thing you know, the prison wants to report you to social services.
All right, cool. I never thought of that one.
You see what I'm saying, bro? So that don't make no sense.
I do hear that.
So that's why I get it why man I got mashed, because you can't talk properly, because they don't understand black culture in the prison, bro. If you're playing dominoes in there, they think you're fighting.
It's just black culture.
You see what I'm saying, bro? So they don't. That's why I used to have loads of Black History Month events. I had peer events inside the prison, you know. You understand? And I put on peer charity events as well. For air ambulance and peer thing. We don't peer things in the jail and that, bad man. You understand? I even made a video box from Oakwood before I went to Sudbury. And basically that was to get shown in the schools throughout COVID. And what happened was, the people that came to see us was just like normal students. Okay. But it was the, I think, what they call them, the crime commissioner's money. What they've done, they've took the best parts from it, slapped it all over social media, and slapped a West Midlands police sign on the video. So when they've slapped that on the video now, bruv, yeah? I'm got on the phone, people saying, yo, we seen your video and there's a big West Midlands. I'm saying, what? Why doesn't it say H&P Oakwood? I'm in Oakwood. Why have they put West Midlands police? But you know what? When I first heard it, I was pissed at first. But then after I said to myself, why do I even give a shit? Because at the end of the day, the message was to the youth, them blood. You understand? To stop the fuckery on the road. Yeah? Whether you're in Handsworth, Aston, Newtown, wherever.
Did any of the man them call you saying, yo,
you understand?
Any of the man them call you about like working with police or anything?
Listen, there's Pierre talk on the road. Pierre talk on the road. Yo, my man's dodge. Yeah, right. 14 years, motherfucker. Yeah. You get me? No snitching, cuz. But yeah. But at the same time and that, bruv, you see what I'm saying, bruv? Man taught you to get the message out there to the youth them. So I don't give a shit what schemes they tried. As long as I can talk to the youth them and say louder, fuckery, bruv. Focus on yourself, you understand? And when I say focus on yourself, that doesn't mean buy red bottoms for yourself. Buy red bottoms for your mother. Yeah? So listen, look after your youth them. You see what I'm saying, bro? There's Peter man out on roll with youths and that, and you never see them with their youths. Roll with your youths, blood.
All right, then tie them.
Roll with your youths, cuz.
Yeah, man.
Why have you not got your youth with you, cuz? Because you're a bad man. You understand? Fuck all of that, bruv. You need to be with your youths and that, bruv. And what legacy do you want to leave behind? We've been there and done it and set the trend. That's what you want to know, bruv. We set the pussy clout trend and that, bruv. We've been there and done it, bruv. And we're not trying to entertain it or hype.
Would you say though? Would you say that we mash up a generation though? Like,
of course we did.
Like,
of course we mash up it. We're guilty. You understand? And to any victims that man's caused or created and that, obviously, sorry won't make it for a lot of people and that, bruv. But it is what it is, fam. You see what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Back then, that's how we was brainwashed. You see what I'm saying, bruv? Certain things that have happened, it's happened, bruv. But not everyone agrees with everything that happens on the road and that. You have to come and get to know me individual to say, like you said, you done your homework. And what the man say, oh, he's one of the cool burgers. I'm one of the cool burgers.
And funny as well.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying, bro? Yeah.
That's what it said to me.
Yeah. And man, even man from the opposite side have seen me in jail and said to me like, yo, I heard that you're only cool in jail. But outside, like, rare, you get me? But that's another story. But man ain't trying to go into that bullshit, to be honest with you. Man ain't promoting that neither.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. So obviously, going back to the West Midlands police.
Yeah.
So obviously, you hear even man are saying you're dodgy, all these things.
Yeah.
And how are you taking it? You offended or you
Listen, make I tell you about me. You see, back in the day, I used to give a fuck. But I don't anymore. Because I've changed my attitudes and my beliefs. Yeah. And when I said, that's why I mentioned mindset so many times on your show. Because I changed my mindset. Because the old me and the old attitudes and beliefs is a mad thing. You get me? So if man's dodgy, then what about blah, 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 and blah? You get me? No, man ain't dodge. Nah. You understand? What am I saying, bruv? I'm not snitching and telling them about things that they don't know. I'm convicted for these things, fool. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So that's what I'm saying to the youth, them. Man's convicted for this. Don't live that, blah, blah, blah.
What do you think of the youths, them, of
today?
Yeah, like their
generation.
Their generation of, like, gang stuff. Their version of the Johnsons versus Burgers. If you come across a 2025 burger, for instance, what do you, what's your talk to them? What advice do you give to them?
Or get out while you can and do your own thing, bad man, because when you're locked up in that, you can count on your hand how many people are there for you, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? And I'm not saying that no one went there for me, because obviously my guys have got me. You don't know. Yeah? But at the same time and that, bruv, it's not about that, bruv. When you're locked away from your family and that, what's all this bullshit about, bruv? You understand? Getting yourself lifed off and that. You understand? For what, bruv? You understand, bruv? It's some dickhead thing, bruv. It's not about the man them going to prison and getting locked up for foolishness. You understand? So my advice to the youth them and that, life's good. You understand? Sell your burners and live your fucking life, bruv. You understand, bruv? Sell the burners and live your life. Yeah?
That's getting clicked
Don't
up,
go
that
to the dances and stand in the corner and pre-men. Go to the dance and find a girl.
That's what my next topic was, because listen to this. Listen to this. My research also told me that the dogs loved up. No, I'm not gonna lie. That's also what they said. But I wanted to ask. All them years in jail, couple of my bedrooms done a long big bird.
Yeah, of course.
And when you do a big bird like that in jail,
I
don't know how to word this properly, you know, but like I don't know how to word it properly, but
thought the thing done.
The man them come out chipped up. I'm not saying you know. I'm not saying SannyMonsta. But a lot of man come out of jail and start talking about, yo, I'm about to eat this ass. What? The toes, like all sorts. Yeah. I'm not saying that's you know, but I'm saying, yo.
Not me, then.
Yeah.
Man's not on that shit, bro.
That's all. That's all.
Brother, remember, you know, like I told you, I was brought up in a Rasta house. You get me? And obviously, when you're brought up in Rasta house, you still got certain principles. You see what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's
of course.
man named that D-Cat that come back
and
with the wickedest stories for you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, then that's what I was.
So obviously, man's. I'm like Vibes Cartel now. You understand? Man's a one burner. You see what I'm saying, bro? You understand? Yeah.
So I'm saying, like when you got picked up from jail,
that
was a big day on the gram.
Yeah, so I got picked up from jail in a Rolls Royce Phantom. I'm only just saying, but so it is what it is. You get me, fam? So,
hey, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Did I see you walking with horses the other day?
Oh yeah, we've got horses too.
That's what I'm saying. Let the people them know.
Yeah, so obviously
Sanny's living a different life now.
So obviously, I met my girl in that year before I come out. I met my girl on home leave actually. You get me? Just before I come out.
Big up
Sally British done.
Cause me and him like
we
don't diss the girl.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When the girl pick up a man in jail.
Listen.
Like
people are bunning me out because you're a white girl.
No.
People are bunning me out. They're bunning me out, fam. They're like, yo.
I wasn't on about that.
People are bunning me out like, yo, my man's with a white thing and that. But guess what? I got news for you. I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying, bruv? But
you see what I'm saying?
Because I've always been with black girls. You see what I'm saying? But I've met this girl. Man's gone old. You know. Man's gone older now. She's a big woman. You understand? We've clicked.
Yeah.
You get me? Obviously, I found out she got horses and all that, and she used to show jump. Her daughters do it now, you get me?
Yeah. It is what life.
It is what it is now, you get me? Yeah, man's got horses in them thing there, you get me? So, yeah, it is what it is now, you get me? I'm not saying Django or nothing, but you know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's therapeutic actually to even see the horse's blood. I'm from Handsworth. And we never had them things in the hood. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
He had the helmet and that, I don't know what type of thing. That was the research. See, the research sent me that. And I said, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I never understand.
So you still do like your Black History stuff and that?
Yeah, so.
Even though now you got a white woman and them.
Yeah, so I got my white woman and you know what, man's deep in his roots. You see what I'm saying, bro? Yeah? And you see with me, like obviously, like in Islam and them thing there, faith, it don't matter what skin colour you are and that. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what colour you are. We all come from Allah. You see what I'm saying, bro? So it doesn't matter what your skin colour is, because when you do your history and your research, you realise that everyone comes from us anyway. You see what I'm saying? We go straight back to Africa.
Let me ask you this. How does the two things, I know the answer to one of them. How does you and your white girl mix with the Rasta family?
Yeah.
And how did the Islam
come into it?
Mix it? Like how is the Islam with the Rasta family?
So, you know what it is in that, everyone's got different beliefs. I don't get involved into no religious belief. And whatever you believe is up to you. You can't force somebody to be a Muslim. You have to basically find Islam off your own back. You see what I'm saying, bruv? And once you find out
who introduced you to Islam?
So, I used to ride with pair Muslim brothers anyway, all them sparkle man them. I used to ride with pair of them man there from up there and all them hot boys. I know all of them man them my friends, you see what I'm saying? So I used to always chill with the Muslim man them before I went to jail anyway. So when I went to jail, I wanted to know more about it because when I used to see men bending down and prostrating and them things, I'm saying, yo, what go on there, fam? But obviously, I went down to Friday prayers one day while I was in the prison. This is before I was even sentenced. And I seen the man them basically praying. I said, I said, yo, I need to look into this.
Is this in the ACAT though?
Yeah, so remember, So even though I'm from a Rasta fan, now this way in the ACAT.
Okay, cool.
So when basically I seen people prostrating in them thing there, and I started looking into the thing. My grandparents, they was Christians. So even though I come from a Rasta family, my grandparents and that, they're singing all them Christian songs. So I've read the Bible. So when I started reading into Islam, everything was just in Arabic, but everything was basically literally the same, but just different things, different parts and that. You see what I'm saying? So when you read it and it all comes together, I said to myself, like, raw. So obviously, when it comes to Islam, them things, they're close to my heart. I'm not the perfect Muslim. I do haram stuff what I shouldn't be doing. But obviously, you come to Islam how you are. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So obviously, once I basically took Shahada and them thing, and just started reading. And because with the knowledge that I know, when my mum was alive, my mum was one of them people, she used to talk about Africa and peer things loads. So them things are installed in me. So no matter what, you can't erase that from me. You see what I'm saying? So them things are installed into me, plus what I've learned from Islam. You see what I'm saying? And all the nations are all one, bruv. Everybody comes from Adam and Eve. You see what I'm saying? Adam a salam. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So it's a thing like this, bruv. I don't care. When it comes to race, we are all one. We're all human beings. We all bleed. It is what it is, bruv. You understand? But obviously, the reason why certain things are the way they are is because of the oppression, what we've been through, or what our people have been through before us. But if you go back before that, before slavery, black people was there a long time.
Yeah.
And that's for a different show. But carry on.
Definitely for a different show.
I
want to know.
Took Shahada,
I want to know if she putting a bun in the oven.
Like I said to you, I ain't forced her to take Shahada or nothing, but she does listen to it and things like that. You see what I'm saying? But in her own time, inshallah, one day she'll take Shahada and that. Then obviously, then we can get married and do nikah. You get me?
Are you putting a bun in the oven?
Huh?
Are you putting a bun in the oven? Nothing so.
No bun in the oven and that. If it happens, it happens. But now, man ain't putting no bun in no oven. You see what I'm saying? Right now, man's trying to get his life back on track, and my focus is to just basically spending loads of time with my family.
Let me ask you, so I didn't even ask you, how long have you been out from that 14?
I've been out a year, July.
Okay.
So I'm fresh, but because I was in DCAT, I was in DCAT for 3 years, and I was working in the DCAT. It seems like I've been out longer than I have. So when people see me, they're thinking, "Oh yeah, he's been out time," but nah, I haven't been out time.
What work you been doing since you?
So
from the DCAT?
The DCAT, I was I got a job doing carvery work and them thing there. You get me? Big up the Bramley farm, massive. You don't know Manchester. You get me? Altrincham and that. I was working there doing carvery chef, running the carvery. You understand? So it was different kind of thing for me. And then when I got released, I continued doing the carvery chefing in Albury, and then I got a next job in Cassavel.
Don't go on like a dickhead. Drink up.
Yeah, I got a next job in Cassavel doing carvery chefing, and then I work for St. George Trust now, mentoring kids. My passion that I got for making a difference in the community. So that's what I do now. I work for St. George Trust. You get me?
Pour up, because I'm not having you talk about 14 years in jail.
And
then now, my passion is mentoring the kids. People.
Mad.
I'm trying to show people it's different. What you want to tell me? Yeah, I know. I can see it over here. I'm clocked on.
Yeah,
you get me? I know what's going on, management, but we need more of that.
Yeah.
That was good. You get me? But I'm saying you have to pour up.
Yeah.
Because 20 plus years in jail.
Yeah.
And now at the end of it, we're talking about mentoring kids is my passion. Do you get me? Oh, wagwan, man, have a drink, man, have a drink and a smoke on the pod and a but.
Yeah.
For Brum, I like to think, this is impactful.
Yeah.
For Brum.
The community.
You get me? The community.
Yeah.
Unity in the community.
Yeah.
Now, the relevant people are gonna say like, "Raw, SanMan on the chop shop."
Yeah.
But it's a big people thing.
Yeah.
You get me?
Brother, I don't care what people got to say, bruv. Man's here, innit?
All right.
Yeah, and big up on no man, you don't
Big
know.
up you,
We're
differently.
here. We're there.
Definitely.
Come true. vibes.
You get me?
You get me? You see what
This
was
what I'm saying. I knew it was a serious and a grown thing.
Of course.
When I'm saying the location of the studio and that, and when they're pulling up same way, you get what I'm trying to say to you?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a couple men down the bottom of the road. I'm the only joking. I'm joking. Yeah.
I want to big you up differently still, because, like I said, we lost our channel now.
Yeah, of course.
So this is the fresh thing.
Yeah.
As people know.
Of course.
So we're just running it back up and...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. It's only right.
Manners and respect for coming true.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. But like I said, you shouldn't care what people think anyway, because you know what it is in this day and age and that, people, they've been told certain things where they don't, they look in the mirror, they think that they have to do things to themselves. So you might have a pretty girl, and she thinks she's ugly. So she thinks she has to get her lips, her nose, her bottom done, her breast done, everything. Because that's what society's got you to believe. But in hindsight, why do you give a shit what people think?
Basically,
live your life, Everyone's on their own journeys. Everyone's in their own lane. So you need to stay in your lane and do your thing. Don't give a shit what people think or what they've got to say. Come on, don't give a shit. You understand, bruv? And that's how people need to think in the community. Live their life to the fullest, car. You only live once, bruv. You see what I'm saying? And the life that you're living in that, bruv, you're not going to live forever. So what legacy are you leaving? And that's what I'm saying.
Give me a touch. Because these are the lyrics we need from the elders.
The elders. And this should inspire more older men to come on.
Yeah, because let me ask you this. As an elder.
Yeah.
Because you're older than me. You're elder for me,
Yeah, of course. I hear you.
Direct my gruesome, remember, me and him.
Yeah.
Who's next on the show? Who are you saying, you know what, Chop? Oh, the man, forget him because we want to know about him. It's Birmingham history, It's fresh. You get me?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Godzilla, the thriller.
Zilla's due.
You can't even say
and you know why Zilla can't say he's not coming up yet? Because he's doing his YouTube thing.
Listen, yo, Zilla, what's the channel called again?
What's the channel? Let us know.
Zilla the GTV. You understand?
Zilla dropped 2
Subscribe.
videos in a week. I've been watching you. I don't even know what's gonna be. Come on here again. So
don't say like that. That's what I'm saying. Well, obviously, when you're ready, differently.
You get done within the next month, man.
My thing is, as soon as I get 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah,
no, we know the protocol. We know the protocol. Say no more.
Yeah, come on, man. And you don't know Zilla's family, bruv. You understand, bruv? We're all connected in all different ways, bruv. You see what I'm saying, bruv? So I got peer love for Zilla and them thing there. You see what I'm saying? And trust me, man. If I've missed out anybody's names in that card, there's probably a couple of men sitting down in jail going, yo, what about me, blood? I'm his family.
Big up all the jail crew.
Come on.
Because you know what, man, don't understand.
Zids.
Man, don't understand.
You get me?
When we're sitting here and we're vibing and we're
all the guys, bruv.
Smoking.
I probably miss peer names, but yo, free the guys, bruv. You don't know, bruv. Are you fucking mad, bruv? Everybody.
The life of SanMan, you do like a documentary. What's that about? Touch on that quickly.
So I'm just showing people on the videos that I put out on my Instagram, like, basically, like, how I came about, the life, the memories, because when people think about the man them, they just think that we're just some killers, bruv. You understand, bruv? Yeah? And at the end of the day and that, bruv, you come and talk to us, innit, bruv? You understand? Because not everybody's the same. Come and talk to man, innit? You understand? And at the end of the day and that, bruv, man's a big man, innit, fam? You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it wasn't just about fucking gangbanging shit. My life's not just about gangbanging, bruv. Are you fucking mad? My life's not just about that, bruv. We come from an era, we wore ragga boots, cartinis, click suits, carnival, bandana up. Yeah, understand? Walking to carnival, bruv. Yeah, we're from that era, bruv. You understand, bruv? And that's the legacy. Man needs to continue to push and let the youths them know that when the Rastas was about, them Rastas were pushing peace and love and community. You see what I'm saying? All this division and people under some mad thing and that, bruv. Man ain't interested in that, innit, bruv? Yeah? Oh, but my man's done this. Whatever, innit, bruv. If you can't get on with a man, just don't talk to him, but live your life and that, bruv.
You know what, though? Your era is the reason why we ain't got no carnival now, though, innit?
Oh, shit.
You should bring that back, man. It's your era, you don't know, man.
You know what it is, bruv? Boy, that's for a different...
That's a
different show.
But hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've really got a lot of rebuilding to do.
Nah, you know what it is in that, bruv. Yeah, you're right. Man has to give something back to the community. You see what I'm saying, bruv? And man ain't proud of all the shit that man's done.
This is a start.
You understand? And trust me, man ain't proud of what I went to jail for. Man ain't proud of how I used to live. What it is, that's the life that man was living in. I've been there, I've done it, I've wore the t-shirt. Man's not on that no more.
Yeah, cool,
Man
cool.
is not on that no more, bruv. You understand? Man's on the road as a family, man. So if you want to mess with a family, man, it's up to you, mate.
Before we sign out, let me ask you that question because you just tricked my brain. As a family man, if a man was to run up on you and conk you in your head and mash you up and
Yeah. How you can? But yeah, carry on.
no.
Sorry, bruv.
There's no how you can.
I'm joking, guy.
Conk you in your head.
Yeah.
Are you reporting the crime?
Nah, man ain't
Alright,
reporting
say no
shit.
more. You ain't reporting
Man
nothing.
ain't reporting nothing like that,
It's
bro.
over, it's over.
I don't need to report nothing because you got people that just stand up in the shadows for no reason. And they just come out and just duff you up for no reason.
listen.
But nothing to do with me, I never send them. But
Yeah?
whatever.
Keem.
You're a friend of the show now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
you
friend
get
of the
me?
show
So-
now.
Of course, bro.
So you know the vibes, you know how we're operating.
A man will be back again and that's what I'm saying.
listen,
And
anytime.
man's looking to keep certain events and them thing there soon and them thing there, you understand?
Yeah.
So when man keep his event, everybody is fucking welcome to come and party. But if you're gonna come and screw up your face
no,
and pretend that
stop,
you're bad,
Don't
stop
even-
at
listen.
home. If you're not coming to dance, stay in your
Tell
yard.
him chop shop full of good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes.
man.
Good
You understand?
vibes.
So when man start putting on his events and you hear say, yo, that's Sanny's thing, you know?
Yeah.
Just make sure that when you come there and that, bruv, you're coming there to dance.
can I get
have
a
a
vibe
good
Can I get a
for
media
drum
pass?
and bass or
Everything. No,
anything?
not just drum and bass. Remember
Bash,
R&B,
Hold on.
everything.
Are you man bringing over artists now? You man have Kraft and that the other day?
Yo, you been hearing
No.
about stuff?
I'm seeing Showtime advert.
Yo,
Said
no
that was
no
going
comment, but
What
yeah,
about
carry on.
Iwaata? Was you connected to Iwaata?
I know that you'd have heard a lot of stuff because you probably seen us with a lot of celebrities and them thing there. But
Yeah.
like I said, that's for another show. We are who we are. We're connected to who we're connected to. You get me,
Safe.
bruv? It is what it is. You get me, done.
So if one of you man's artists are around, need to make the link to come if we got a dance.
To bring them here. Yeah. Now that you know what, that makes sense and that still. Yeah, to get them on the show.
link, man.
Everything.
I got all of my numbers now, innit? So
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
man's gonna definitely stay posted, stay connected, and you don't know, bruv. You understand? And man's here, innit? And
Locked in.
Man, as a
I feel privileged that you guys shout, man, to come on the show. I ain't gonna turn that down. You're mad, man's here. We're there. You get me, bruv? Come on.
No, man. So let me big up SanMan once again.
Oh,
once
man.
again.
Don't know.
If you're from Brum, you know the settings.
Yeah.
We always doing legendary stuff over here at the ChopShop.Entertainment.
I like that one.
Yeah, at the ChopShop Entertainment. We have a laugh and a joke, but really, like, we still get
the
to it.
message.
Yo, you get the message. Ain't no fabrication, straight authentic business.
Real
yeah?
links.
Yeah.
So the rum and the champagne is busting in the head.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna sign out. Did you get me? All right then.
What that's underneath me nose? I'm out.
out.
Man, come on.